In the new episode of the series, Sansing My Beloved, the tension inside the mansion reaches a level never seen before. Every relationship begins to crack under the weight of secrets, betrayal, and emotional pain. The atmosphere becomes darker as every member of the family is forced to confront truths they have been avoiding for a long time. At the center of this emotional storm stands Dicle, a young woman trapped between her heart and her family's expectations. The pressure surrounding her grows heavier with every passing moment, and the choices she must make threaten to change her entire future forever. Dicle has always tried to protect the people she loves while also remaining loyal to her family, but now those two worlds are colliding in the most painful way possible. Her secret relationship with Erkan becomes the source of endless danger after Iblis discovers the truth. One unexpected moment changes everything when Iblis secretly sees Dicle and Erkan together. Instead of staying silent, he decides to use this secret for his own benefit. He secretly takes photographs of them together and begins using those pictures to frighten Dicle. The fear of exposure slowly destroys her peace of mind. Every second she spends inside the mansion feels suffocating, because she knows that if those photographs are revealed, her entire life could collapse in front of everyone. Dicle becomes trapped in a terrifying emotional prison. She is constantly worried that her family will discover the truth, and at the same time, she fears what Iblis may do next. The demon-like manipulation of Iblis creates intense psychological pressure on her. He knows exactly how to control fear, and he uses Dicle's emotions against her. Every conversation between them becomes more threatening than the last. Dicle tries to stay strong, but the burden becomes almost impossible to carry alone. She realizes that one wrong move could destroy not only her relationship with Erkan, but also the fragile peace inside the mansion. Meanwhile, the family believes that divorce is now unavoidable. Everyone assumes that Dicle will eventually surrender to the pressure placed upon her. The mansion becomes filled with arguments, silent tensions, and emotional confrontations. Relatives begin choosing sides, and whispers spread through every corner of the house. Some believe Dicle should obey her family no matter the cost, while others secretly sympathize with her pain. Despite the growing chaos, nobody expects what happens next. At the very last moment, Dicle shocks everyone by making a completely unexpected decision. Just when people believe she is ready to walk away from everything, she suddenly changes her mind and refuses to give up. Her decision sends shockwaves through the mansion. Family members are left speechless, unable to understand why she would risk everything for love. But for Dicle, this choice is not simply about romance. It is about finally listening to her own heart after living under fear and control for so long. Erkan is equally stunned by her decision. For a long time, he feared that Dicle would eventually choose her family over him. Deep inside, he has been terrified of losing her forever. But when Dicle finally stands her ground, something changes inside him as well. For the first time, Erkan decides he will no longer remain silent. Instead of hiding his feelings or running away from conflict, he becomes determined to fight for the woman he loves. This emotional transformation marks a major turning point in his character. He realizes that true love requires courage, sacrifice, and the willingness to face impossible challenges. As Erkan grows stronger, the conflict inside the mansion becomes even more dangerous. His growing anger toward Kadir begins to spiral out of control. Kadir's manipulative games continue to create division within the family. He constantly interferes in situations, spreading lies, creating misunderstandings, and secretly pushing everyone closer to disaster. The more truths Erkan discovers, the more furious he becomes. Years of hidden resentment and betrayal finally explode during a dramatic confrontation inside the mansion. The confrontation becomes one of the most explosive moments in the series so far. Voices rise throughout the mansion as emotions boil over. Family members watch helplessly as years of tension finally erupt into open conflict. Erkan, consumed by anger and heartbreak, reaches his breaking point. In front of everyone, he makes a shocking decision that changes the entire balance of the household. Unable to tolerate Kadir's actions any longer, Erkan throws him out of the mansion. The moment leaves everyone in complete shock. Nobody expected Erkan to take such a bold and aggressive step. Kadir's removal instantly creates chaos throughout the family. Some members support Erkan, believing Kadir deserved punishment for all the damage he caused. Others fear that forcing him out will only make the situation worse. The mansion, once already filled with emotional tension, now feels like a battlefield divided into opposing sides. But the biggest surprise comes from Dicle herself. Despite everything Kadir has done, she does not want him to leave. Her reaction confuses everyone around her, especially Erkan. Dicle fears that if Kadir leaves the mansion in anger, he may become even more dangerous. She worries that revenge and hatred could push him toward destructive actions. Out of concern for everyone's safety, she begs Erkan to forgive him and allow him to stay. This request creates an intense emotional conflict inside Erkan's heart. On one side stands his deep love for Dicle, a love strong enough to make him fight against his entire family. On the other side burns his growing rage toward Kadir, whose manipulations have caused endless suffering. Erkan struggles to decide whether forgiveness is possible after so much betrayal. The emotional pressure begins tearing him apart from within. As these conflicts grow stronger, another dangerous force quietly rises in the background. Burrs begins putting secret plans into motion, and his actions become more sinister with every passing day. While the family remains distracted by emotional arguments and broken relationships, Burrs carefully moves forward with his hidden agenda. He knows secrets from the past that could destroy everyone if they are revealed. Slowly, those secrets begin surfacing one by one, threatening to expose truths that have remained buried for years. The revelation of these secrets changes everything. Long-hidden lies begin coming to light, and the trust holding the family together starts collapsing. Relationships once built on loyalty become poisoned by suspicion and fear. Every conversation carries hidden meanings. Every glance feels filled with doubt. Nobody knows who can truly be trusted anymore. Dicle finds herself caught in the center of this growing storm. The emotional burden on her becomes almost unbearable. She wants to protect the people she loves, but every decision seems to create even more pain. Her relationship with Erkan continues to face impossible challenges, yet their bond also becomes stronger through suffering. Both of them realize that love alone may not be enough to survive the darkness surrounding them. At the same time, Erkan struggles to control his emotions. The pressure of defending Dicle, confronting Kadir, and protecting his family begins consuming him from within. His anger threatens to destroy the very relationships he is trying to save. Yet beneath that anger lies deep fear. Fear of losing Dicle, fear of losing his family, and fear that the truth may destroy everything they have left. Inside the mansion, every member of the family becomes affected by the growing chaos. Old wounds reopen, hidden rivalries resurface, past betrayals continue haunting the present. The once powerful family slowly begins falling apart under the weight of secrets and emotional pain. Everyone becomes trapped in a dangerous cycle of mistrust, revenge, and heartbreak. As the story moves forward, the battle between love and betrayal becomes even more intense. Dicle and Erkan's relationship stands at the center of this emotional war. They are forced to fight not only against external enemies, but also against their own fears and insecurities. Every decision they make could either save their future or destroy it completely. The emotional drama inside the mansion reaches heartbreaking levels as trust continues disappearing between family members. Every secret revealed creates new enemies. Every betrayal leaves deeper scars. The atmosphere grows darker and more dangerous with each passing episode. Nobody knows who will survive the coming storm emotionally intact. Viewers will witness powerful emotional confrontations, shocking betrayals, and dramatic twists that completely transform the story. The mansion, once a symbol of family unity and tradition, slowly becomes a prison filled with fear, secrets, and broken relationships. Every character faces impossible choices that test their loyalty, courage, and humanity. By the end of the episode, one thing becomes painfully clear: nothing inside the mansion will ever be the same again. Love is no longer simple, trust is no longer guaranteed, and the secrets buried within the family have become far too dangerous to stay hidden any longer. The next chapter of Sansing, My Beloved, promises even greater emotional conflicts, heartbreaking decisions, and shocking revelations that will leave viewers desperate to discover what happens next.